So I want to see in there all the hands of my hang around or those on the process to become a hang around for a motorcycle club, and all my new fairly early witches moving their step into the occult culture for the first time, because today's video it's entirely dedicated to you guys. And if you are already someone that went from zero to hero, please add some knowledge down in the comments so we can all help these people having the most healthy, safe, inspiring, and powerful start into this two marvelous culture of us that we all love. If you're new to the channel, hi there, my name is Alice. I'm a 1%er witch from the south of Finland. As you probably already understood, I blend in my own practice the occult culture knowledge and the MC culture knowledge. And happening Wednesday, there's gonna be a new video here on the channel. So, what does it mean be a hang around for an MC club and be a hang around for the spirit world? It's the introductive step to this life. I come up with a definition that I think can be valid for both the MC culture and occult culture. In my opinion, a hang around is someone that has earned the privilege to join the club, join the spirit world, join working with a spirit or spirits or a group, depending from it. That even though it's starting in the lowest caste of the club and on the stairs or become a magician, while knowing perfectly that has the support of both these surroundings. And so I didn't want this video just be empty talking. So before to start today in editing it, I added to it a little tarot reading for empowering the people that might go through this process or that can be already into it. The reading has been done with Santa Muerta, and if you're fairly new to tarot, just let's keep it short, belief, and standing on feet. It's tools of introspection and deepening understanding of an issues, be it just having more clarity about what is happening inside you, around you, in a specific situation, and can even predict the future. I would love to say on this line that it's the most plausible one, as unless you don't take a more pragmatic intervent, be it a spell or a ritual, nothing is settled down in stones. So the cards that they came out are the Page of Pentacles downward. This is one of the minor arcana suite. So this suite is about stability, is about matters that compete, the ground on which we stand more than the spiritual world, followed by the Strength card downwards, one of the major arcana. So the major events and major forces that are happening inside you, outside, or are influencing the reading, followed by the Ace of Swords. Motorhead, anybody? Whether I'm a Motorhead fan then. And the Eight of Swords, which was the bottom of the deck. The suite of the sword is the suite of the mind. What is missing here are other two suite, the one of the cup, that it's emotional intelligence, and then the one of the ones that it's about willpower, creativity, sexual energy, everything that is not negotiable for us in order to be the best functional and high version of ourselves. So I'm gonna try to report to you the exact word that Santa Muerta used to me. And first point I have here in my notes. I'm sorry if sometimes I look at them, but they got very talkative, in particular if you are working for those in the occult and those in the MC culture that could try in a skeptic way to start to have us on an occult approach to their ongoing life. If you are working with female entities, they tend to be very chatty, in particular also Asmodeus, even if in my case he came as a male entity. It can be very chatty if there are other people into the crew. So first point was, if you are a person that it's perfectly fine in be a procrastinator and live for it, doesn't want to do anything about it, you might want to reconsider join a club or join even the spiritual world. Why it's so? These two cultures demand and command at the same time active, hard working, which it means that once that you get the right spirit, yes, I say right spirit because you could end up as a new magician to go into a trickster spirit or even into a bad club. And in the case of trickster spirits, I will say they are that typology of spirits, that sin of imposter syndrome. Sorry, I have a little bit my throat sore due to being winter outside. So once that you already got your real entity, deity, goddess, or whomever it is, this is the stage where you got to know if the club life, the life itself, it's for you or not, and you will have to do what you get told to. So in the case, for example, of a motorcycle club, you can be asked to go and do the groceries. You go and do the groceries. Can you make questions? Yes, you can make questions, but on that, don't expect, even with an MC occult approach towards spirits, them to reply to you necessarily. Sometimes it might be, good question, I'm not replying, go and do as you get told. And from spirit it can be, for example, hey, I know that you're watching TV, put in pose, go downstairs, I want you to lit up a candle, and do some homework, and then you go back to do whatever you do. So this is the stage where you are showing to the club, you are showing to spirits that you are 100% fully committed, you really want this, and you're ready to go all through what I call micro tests. This is where you get asked to do things for the club or to do things for spirits, and you just go through it. While, of course, also be able to think for yourself. If you see, for example, that there are tables that they need to be cleaned, go and clean actively, really, and so on, or ask, hey, what it's need to be done today. So actively going and forgetting to come through the door with an entitled sense just because you got a privilege. Even after years or years of privileges, still keep that humble mentality. It's gonna bring you far. And this brings us to the second bullet point, let's say, be responsible all time. So take responsibility and accountability if you didn't manage to complete a specific task or to do something that was asked to you, having the dare to come honest and say it and take active responsibility rather than blame someone else around you, be it your brothers, be it your sisters, be it another spirit, be it a normal event into your life. Irresponsibility is something that even spirit don't condone. Because the purpose in occult also to practice is to come to the understanding that we are responsible for our own actions and our own rolling and choking, and nobody else stand in that position. It's you doing this. And this is also important because this is going to be interesting also for eaters if they slide into the video. I got you covered too, because like I said, I care about people, and it is, don't walk through the door as a guest or as a hang around, as a prospect, which is a phase that we're going to see next week, where you are acting like the toughest guy on the planet, where you are coming in with a very, very huge ego, acting like you are a full-patched member, starting to choke back to people, be very aggressive, be very cocky. That is not the way to go. That it can be actually one of the reasons why both a club and both a spirit could throw you out or could give you a lessons and just say, that's it. Ain't happening. It ain't happening. You want to approach it with the extremely utmost respect and has a sponge ready to learn and ready to prove yourself, not because you have to, but because you signed up for this. And here comes the important thing of learning background and learning also the history of the club, learning if it is the club that suits you or not. It's a good club, it's a good spirit, you can work with that spirit or not, and it's okay to be honest and say, I'm sorry, I don't. Because, like I always said, and I've heard from some people that I met, I'm not talking about my friends in this case, that they were like, I wish I knew that by signing metaphorically into the, be it into the occult life or be into the club life, what, about the nasty part of this that could come on my way. That is literally, I don't know, sometimes I'm confusing how this can happen, because pretty much we have ex-members of the MC culture, we have ex-occultists or magicians that talk about these lifestyles and cultures coming with a lot of good and a lot of bad. So that's why you want to really put in those homeworks of yours, and also learning some kind of etiquette in order to roll in an appropriate way. To which we go to the importance of focus with that marvelous Ace of Swords, which is the first energy of the street. So as an hang around, you are cutting the entrance to the club and as a magician to the occult world, and you want to be sure actually to understand that be respectful, be humble, be a sponge ready to absorb even intuitively. If you don't have to be a magician to use intuition, but intuition is there for you to use it. And a lot of the time, if you are very, very observant, you're gonna pick up silent rules that otherwise you just might miss for the good of it. So your focus must be there, be it a ritual, be it a spell, be it a reading for yourself, for somebody else, be it completing a task for a club, be it pay attention to what is told to you on a moment or thought, what's happening around. Your focus have to be there, so you cannot slide into this with, okay, I'm here physically, but mentally I'm in another place. Definitely a bad way to go. Massimo effort, massimo concentration. I will always say, come with, I'm at the club, I handle things that are in the club. When I'm at home, I handle things that are in there, unless the club don't reach you out and you have to go. Next point. The fear to be overwhelmed by the high demands that you can meet from spirits and from the members of the club. Absolutely, it can be or it is something you are going through or you will go through, it is normal. We are human. And at the same time, we all know that people cannot be in 4 places at the same times, and we all have 2 hands. So we cannot pick up more tasks than what we know it's our maximum amount. So it's all about correcting your mindset, and rather than go for a depressive approach and talk down yourself, I'm not gonna make it, maybe I'm not made for this life, have one where you are tell to yourself, it is normal. Let me come honest and clean and just say, hey, right now, I don't mean any bad, I don't mean any respect, but right now I have too many tasks that I have to take care. Right now, I cannot pick up more because I know I wouldn't be able to perform at my best for the club. But I will try to get it done somehow at some point. Show respect, show that you are human. And why I'm saying this, come clean and be honest and show that you are human. The next point, I think it is the most important of all, and it's connected also to the previous one because it shows how really, how much really you want this. You want to be part of the spirit world, you want to be part of a club, and you want to move at some point from hang around to prospect. And it is, don't allow the life and the spirit world to dictate what they are able to take away from you inside as a person, as emotional intelligent, when and what you refill in. Don't do this. You're gonna have to work on yourself. Be you skeptic, be you just in the MC life, be you are in the culture or in the middle between them, pull in that work on yourself. Absolutely, you can have it for go to become a superstar into these lives. You just have to have there to work on those aspects of yourself that at the moment are not shiny aspects of you, and get progressively to the version that both the club and the spirits needs you to be. And at the same time, rules, extremely important rules, even with spirit. Thank me later, I haven't found any other occult video that was talking this, and I wish somebody told to me, if 2 members of the same club or different club, or a member of a club and a retired member of the life, be same club or different club, are talking, and this is the same for spirit, don't pretend people to make you listen all the conversation happen and you to be integral part of this. There are some conversations that are not meant for you, and you are not supposed to force members to tell you. Just remove yourself very politely. You don't have to bring it out in a way that you don't get to hear that. You don't have power over what you decide I want to hear or not. Just remove yourself, or otherwise wait that the first 2 people end to talk, and then wait for your turn. You're gonna be the last one, and tell them, I'm sorry, but next time could you have this conversation away from me? You are still in an introductive place, and I've seen this happening, be it males, be it females. I've seen this. I've seen the glances coming at people. They are, sometimes you went for the good, other times people really had to be reminded about this rule. So I hope today's video bring you some knowledge. If you need a reading or a consultation, hit my website down in every description of my video. For some reason, YouTube doesn't allow me to have it clickable, or send me a message through Messenger on Facebook. I'm gonna see you next week with the video Prospect and Prospects for Spirit. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day, guys.